Can you hold?
Okay, thanks for joining us tonight, folks. I am going to pass the call to Jen Hoagie. We're going to be talking tonight about aging gracefully. And so I believe, that's our topic? Okay, you look
It
surprised for a
is,
moment. I'm
yeah.
like, whoop.
Very close.
Okay,
No,
close
I just
enough.
realized one of my slides did not make it into my
Oh,
presentation.
go ahead and
So
take your
I
time.
am going to just pull it up in the background so I can show it at the end if you just give me 1 second.
Yeah, not a
This was a
problem.
last minute cover for someone else. So um,
You got backup. You
give
got
me
me and
just
Lisa here. We'll
one
jump in.
second.
Yep, we're ready for it.
Yeah, but it's age well naturally.
Age well naturally.
And I'm just
As
trying
I
to.
like to say it, controlled fall. Control the decline. Slow it down a bit. Parachute a little bit.
Okay. All right, so I think I'll have that one in the background so I can share it
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute
after I'm
and
done with the
it's all you.
presentation. There we go. All right, perfect. Thank you guys. And I will share my screen. All right. We Can you see my screen okay? Yes. Okay. So is it working okay? Kathy has her hand up. Do you have your hand up, Kathy?
No, it just automatically did that for some
Oh, were
reason.
you saying yes? Hi. No. Okay. All right. Sorry, you have me a second week. Myra could not be here tonight. And so I put this together really fast. I had to use a little help from AI. And so these doTERRA bottles will look a little funky because they do not want to copyright, they don't want to get in trouble for using the right image. But you'll be able to tell what the oils are. I didn't have time to do it on my own. So we are going to be talking about aging well naturally. And what does aging well really mean? Well, you would think maybe sometimes people are like, I don't want wrinkles, right? Or I don't want to look old. But really, when you look at what people are searching, 50 and over, they are more about staying independent, staying sharp, right? Staying mobile, enjoying their life, thriving, staying active. So, healthy aging, again, is not always about adding years to our life or looking young, but it's about adding life to our years, right? Or doTERRA likes to say what they're trying to do is increase not our lifespan, but our health span. So, we want to stay healthy longer. Even though people are living longer today, they actually are not thriving. Most people are really sick. They're on a lot of meds. They're not healthy. They might live longer, but how many of those years in their older, the last half of their life, are they really active and truly healthy? So, we're going to talk about some practical things. And of course, you're going to see a lot of things on repeat because it's all about foundations and daily habits. But in order to keep our brain sharp, our brains thrive on movement, and that is probably one of the hardest areas that people, as they age, it gets harder to move their body and to stay active, and maybe with pain and mobility issues, maybe overweight, all of those types of things can hinder us from moving our bodies. So, better to start, as soon as, if you find out today and you haven't been moving your body, you have tomorrow to start, right? It's never too late. But movement, we want to protect our sleep and really have good quality sleep because we'll talk a little bit more about that. Healthy fats, we know that we can get that from a lot of different foods, and we see them here like walnuts, nuts, and fish, things that are rich naturally in omega 3, avocados, olive oil, and oils that can support our brain to stay sharp or focus. Not rosemary, but rosemary. This cracks me up. Frankincense, rosemary, peppermint are 3 oils that are kind of our go to for brain support. There are quite a few more, but to keep things simple, these are the oils that we keep in our cabinet all the time at our fingertips. But diffusing rosemary while reading or working is great. Rosemary helps us not just with memory and recall, but just it's a natural steroid. So guys, steroids are anti-inflammatories, right? So we know that we are really helping reduce that inflammation going on in our brain, which can lead to so many other things. And I don't remember the actual area, but it's a blue zone area where in Europe where people really do not get, and one of you probably know, and if you know it, put it in the chat because I'm blanking out because I didn't use my rosemary before this. But it's where rosemary grows, an abundance of it naturally, and they're finding out that this area there is no Alzheimer's. Like Alzheimer's does not exist in this area. So they do think that maybe it's because all of the rosemary they have surrounding them, right? So just think about these oils and how powerful we get to bring this nature right into our home at our fingertips. All right, and then of course we don't want to forget to nourish our heart and body. These are all things that we talk about all the time, you guys, but these are the things that are going to help us age naturally well. Whole foods, yes, occasionally we're going to go out to eat and we can, enjoy socializing and those types of things, but on the regular, on our normal daily habits, we really want to focus on buying our own foods and having control over what we're putting in our body, because that is something we have control over. We don't have control over, the air we breathe sometimes, and the clothes that we have to buy, and whatever chemicals are surrounding us and the pollutants, and we can at least try and choose the foods that might give us the most nutrients and nutrition, right? Because we cannot supplement our way out of bad health. We have awesome supplements, we have awesome oils, but our foods matter, and we have to do our best, with maybe we can't buy organic. They say, hey, if you can't even afford organic, fresh whole food is still going to be better than buying processed food, okay? So healthy fats, lots of plants. We want to make sure we have a variety, eat the rainbow, use lots of herbs and spices in our food, make it taste good. If you're keeping your meals simple, a good way to just add that flavor is use herbs and spices. But guess what? We have essential oils that you can make your own dressings and sauces with, and they just add an explosion of flavor in your mouth, and you don't have to use very much. So one of the little tips that I like if I'm cooking with essential oils is to just use a toothpick, like put a toothpick in the bottle, dip your toothpick, and then maybe add it in a sauce or something, right? Like you don't need a whole lot. You don't want it to overpower, you want it to enhance, but they make great salad dressings, just vinegar and oil. So, some salt and pepper, very easy. And just make sure also when you're enjoying mindful meals, that means that you are focusing on your meal. You're not in a rush, you're breathing, you're drinking water, right? You're just, it's an experience. Like enjoy the experience of nourishing your body, and that will really actually improve your digestion as well. So those small daily choices create a powerful, lasting impact. And remember that food is fuel. It's not a reward. It is something vital to fuel our body, but it's also medicine. It's one of our best, easiest forms of medicine. Managing stress and supporting calm. We can't pour from an empty cup, right? So who's going to take care of you? You. Only you can take care of you when it comes down to it, right? So chronic stress takes a toll on our body. It wrecks our nervous system, and our nervous system, as we talked about last week, right? And we hear it over and over. It controls all the other things in our body. So we need to make sure that we are doing our best. We cannot get rid of stress, but we can do things to support our nervous system to regulate it. Keep it regulated. We're going to breathe deeply. Take 5 minutes throughout the day, like 5-minute little breaks, and just do those deep diaphragmatic belly breaths, right? You can diffuse daily, but diffuse while you're doing your breath work. Diffuse, the easiest way is at night when you're going to sleep, you're breathing, right? So make sure your diffuser's on with your favorite oil, lavender, balance. We have so many to choose from. Open your app or open your book, open the bottles and see what your body responds to, and put it in the diffuser. And just take time to pause and move your body. Sometimes it doesn't have to be hardcore exercise, and sometimes that's not even the best for us, depending on our genetics or maybe other conditions that we have, but movement is vital. So choose, we're going to talk a little bit more about movement, but moving, they say a lot of times the fastest way to de-stress ourselves is to go for a walk, especially in nature. So if you can get out in nature, around trees, hear the birds singing, all of those things, it can really, really dial down that stress, and make sure that you're getting plenty of rest. And we'll talk about the importance of sleep in just a second. But the other thing we were talking about, keep moving, right? And many times, look how tall those bottles are. So funny. Adaptive. I don't know what happened there. But you guys get it. All right. So keep moving. It's not just good for your body. It, like I said, going for a walk, it's good for your mind, for your mood. But we want to stay mobile. I was talking to my stepdad the other day, and not to call him out, but I shouldn't have named names, but he was like, I was walking up the stairs the other day and my legs were killing me. And we've been talking about exercise, movement, how important that is. And you really, you don't want to lose mobility, right? And so it's so important every day. We have 5 or 10 minutes, especially if we're retired, maybe we don't have to raise children anymore. Are you worth 5 or 10 minutes that day to focus on yourself, to focus on that, because that will carry you through. Our legs and our body have to carry us through to do the things that we'd love to do, right? Building strength is another important one. It doesn't have to be, heavy weightlifting or something that's going to hurt your joints. There's something called isometric exercises where you just use your body. Look that up. Isometric exercises can still build strength, but it's very easy on the joints or people who have maybe some pain issues or other conditions that might keep them from, you don't want to hurt your joints. Swimming is another great thing if you have access to a pool. Community centers have really, sometimes seniors, and if you live in the city, you can have a free membership to some of these places that have gyms and pools, access to these things. So take advantage of those. You can always call your insurance company and ask, what's covered, and maybe some of those areas, they might have recommendations of places that you can join for keeping yourself active and moving. And then again, just get outside, get that fresh air, get the sunlight. All of that is medicine for us. And then find joy in movement. Maybe choose activities. We see her on her own, right? Out there walking, which that might be your reset. Like, I don't want anybody. I just want my peace and quiet. But maybe you need a companion to motivate you and make plans with somebody to get yourself out and moving. So whatever you do, make sure that it feels good. You're finding joy. Then the more you do it, the more you're going to look forward to it. But again, one of the easiest ways to support our blood sugar and digestion is to take a 10-minute walk after meals. After all the things they've, discovered, they go back to the simple, take a short walk after your meal, right? It's still the best thing to help us with keeping our insulin and our blood sugar in good shape. Okay, and then sleep. This is our time to fully restore. And if we are not getting good sleep, if we wake all the time, if we, don't get a full night's rest, or maybe we sleep a lot and we're still feeling tired, that's a good indication that you're not getting the restorative sleep. We're not deeply getting into that deep sleep where our body can detox and heal and produce hormones that are going to help us and all of those things. So we want to make sure that we keep a consistent routine. What do we do with children if we all were parents? Did we work really hard to get them in a good bedtime routine? Why do we stop doing that when we get older, right? We know how important it is. It doesn't end. We're human. I mean, it's just good for us. And even though, yeah, they're growing and, you know, they have a lot going on in their body, so do we as we age. You know, there's a lot going on, and we go through, as women, we go through a lot of different hormonal stages and shifts, and sleep is really the priority. Create that great friendly environment. We love the diffuser. There's we have magnesium. There's also magnesium lotions out there you could make or buy. Herbal teas, essential oils. Like, make it an experience, you guys. Like, just make that so like you look forward to it. Your body's like, oh, I can't wait to go to sleep, right? Just make sure that you have that really good routine. And also in your foods, you want to be eating magnesium rich foods. If you don't know what that is, we all have Google. Do a quick search, look at the magnesium rich foods, because most of us are deficient. Most people in the US are deficient in magnesium and vitamin D, and those are so critical to healthy moods and sleep and all the processes in our body. Pain, inflammation, all of that. So hydrating is another huge thing we can't forget. Yes, we don't want to drink a gallon of water before we go to bed, but that means that we have to be mindful of how much we're drinking throughout the day. Did you know that a lot of people, most strokes and heart attacks happen first thing in the morning because people are chronically dehydrated, and when they wake up, their blood gets thick. Our blood gets thicker as we are dehydrated, okay? So think about you sleeping and no fluids, or maybe you didn't drink an hour before bed. Think about all of those hours, and that is usually likely the time that we will develop something that, may hurt us. So chronic dehydration is really an underlying factor for so many things that lead to disease. So hydrate and make sure you get those electrolytes as well. Essential oils, obviously on the list, right? Those three are some of our favorites for sleep, but there are so many. Just listen to your body, open those oils, see how you respond, try different ones, and maybe you have to switch them out every now and then. But you know that you feel good. If you feel good in the morning, you know you're getting better sleep. All right, so detoxing. This can be, okay, these are really crazy. They didn't even do Revitas on the right color. Oh my goodness. A clean body creates the space your cells need to repair, renew, and thrive. So we need to be cleaning it up. As we age, our liver, our kidneys, our lymphatic system, our lungs, our skin, if we are not cleaning them on a daily basis, simple citrus oils every day in your water, you guys. Every day. This is one of the easiest habits and most important habits we can have. Yes, you can add your nice squeeze of lemon juice in your water, in your warm water. It's a great way to start your day. Get the digestive tract moving. Start flushing out the junk that maybe didn't process through the night, right? So squeeze of lemon in your warm water in the morning. But you can also, for a nice boost, add a drop of lemon or add a drop of grapefruit. Grapefruit is known to, that chemistry, it's one of the top oils to help us produce naturally the major antioxidant, glutathione, which is our detoxing antioxidant. So these oils are so important. And by the way, if you didn't know, grapefruit essential oil does not act the same as the grapefruit itself. So many people wonder, is grapefruit safe for if I'm on heart medication or blood pressure medication, right? And doTERRA actually has in their FAQs that it is not going to react or interact with your meds that way. So we can use grapefruit essential oil, right? It's safe. Always listen to your body though, right? But we want to keep those things clear. our lymphatic system holds all of the waste, all of the body trash, and if it is not clearing out, that is what will lead to more inflammation, more disease. Flushing out those toxins with hydration again, eating clean whole foods, move, sweat. Sweating is important, so that movement is again key to all of these things to get rid of those toxins. And we can do that breath work. Breath work is one of our pumps, right, for the lymphatic system. That diaphragmatic breathing and also walking is how we get the lymphatic system moving. There is no other pump. You've got to move your body and you've got to do the breathing and you have to drink the water, right? So reduce your toxic load. We know that there's a lot of harsh chemicals. We want to be limiting alcohol and sugar. Prioritize organic if and when you can. But all of these things, you guys, it's not anything new, but we need to hear these reminders. And hopefully at the end, you're going to be thinking, all right, what areas can I start, right? Because this is, again, we want to put our tools into action. We have them sitting in our house, or maybe we're like, well, I don't know what to order next month, right? We have plenty of options, and just make goals for yourself. But some of my easy consumables and easy habits, like if you have a busy life and you just want to support yourself and keep it going, keep Foundational Wellness Bundle in your cart every month. You're getting all the foundations of your vitamins, minerals, greens, gut health support, and your omegas, right? Those healthy fats for our brain and our heart. And we have collagen. So we need collagen as we age because we lose collagen as we age. We have some of the best collagen around, right? So there's 9 different types of collagen in there, which typically in most collagens on the market, there's only about 3 or 4, maybe 5. So we have a very powerful collagen blend there. And I chose my pomegranate cherry because that's my favorite, but we do have the lemon lime, or I think it's called lemon lime flavor. And then frankincense, deep blue copaiba. Those are your 3. Oh, and I had turmeric on there. What happened? Okay. Anyways, I had turmeric as well. So we have those 4 consumable. If you need to calm the inflammation, right? Those are wonderful. Or manage pain or support cellular health. All of those are amazing. So maybe you could take a screenshot of this page here and you can print it out and maybe put it up so that you can have these reminders for yourself. Nourish your body, move your body, calm your mind, rest and restore, support yourself naturally by reducing toxins, calming inflammation, and nourish your body with essential oils and safe natural tools. You are your best investment, right? And you are worth the care. And it's not about perfection. It's about making small choices every day. They compound. They help you progress. And you may not see it right away, but I promise if you stick with these daily habits, you will make changes in your life and you will de-age yourself. You really will. You'll de-age your brain, you'll de-age your body. So Kathy has her hand up again, but I don't know if that was okay. And then this messed up my whole screen because I had to save it. So anyways, guys, next week will be Healthy Families. And this is Lisa presenting Healthy Families, Happy Kids. Is that what it says? Yeah, because my screen of people's is covering it.
Healthy families, happy families.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I knew it was healthy and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a better screenshot of that. So let me give you that. But I did have, let me stop share and then I will share my images here with you. Where did it go? I don't have my Canva open. Okay, guys. So let's do the raffle because we're out of time. I will share the Calm Inflammation page with you after we do the raffle if you have time to stay on.
Okay, stand by.
I have a little bundle here of our foundations. So you get, you're going to have the collagen, the VMG, and the MetaPower Recharge. And then you're also going to get a little bottle of copaiba. So we're going to support copaiba supports all the body systems, right? So, and calms the inflammation. So, we only have a few people to choose from. So, hey, so you guys have a good chance of winning here.
Right, here we go. Drum roll.
You're the smart ones to show up. Yay.
Yay, Kathy.
See, it's because she kept raising her hand. She's
Well,
like,
why
pick
don't-
me, pick me.
I would like to direct that to go to Mira. 'Cause
Aw,
I've got all that. I've got all those products.
all right. Well, she's actually coming in for some sessions for her first sessions at my wellness center on
Oh,
Friday.
there you
So
go.
that's perfect. I will have
what
them
a
ready
nice
for
gift.
you, Mira.
That's a great gift, Jen,
That's-
and very kind of you, Kathy.
Sure, no problem.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay, well, let me see if I can just pull. I had the image up. There it is. Okay. So let me blow that up and then I'll share. Every time I do that, I lose my Zoom screen and then I'm like trying to share. Okay. Photos. I don't think that's right. Okay. Oh, but it's not going big. I'm sorry. I'm not that great with technology, obviously. So I'm trying to open the picture, but it's but then my screen goes away. All right, I think I got it. All right, so this was the calm inflammation page with the so you can take a screenshot of this too if you'd like, because this was a really important one. But again, it's eating the anti-inflammatory foods, staying hydrated, all the things. If you see, all of these things matter in each of the areas that are going to support us. So foundations, daily habits. But I hope a lot of these tips helped you guys and maybe help you focus on where you can begin if some of those areas, you need to pay a little attention to. But thank you so much for being here.
Great information, Jen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jen. Great
All right,
information.
thank you for your assistance.
I'm going to stop recording, guys.
Okay.